So here I am going to bed at 3 in the morning again. But you gotta understand, people. And it's gonna be one of the hardest things for me to go to bed and over. And that is because I'm free at night. You know what I mean? For the most part. I mean, the other night, for very justifiable reasons, my mother was knocking on my door in the middle of the night. And for valid reasons that I'm not going to disclose out here. But for the most part, it's like nighttime is, I'm free and I don't have to worry about, because Mom has problems. So during the day, I mean, if she can't find something, Laura, have you seen my phone? Or Laura, this, you know what I mean? So it's like, I have just total privacy and total just, I guess, kind of like peace at night, but it's not worth the price, Price I pay, it's not good. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, and I want to preserve my looks, as long as I can. I don't want to, age faster than necessary. And one of the things, that, even stars like Cameron Diaz and that body motion and whatnot, just, you need to sleep. Even when I read interviews with stars that are my age or around my age or whatnot, they talk about the importance of sleeping. And getting, at least 7-8 hours a night. And, and even if I get that much, going to bed this late at 3 in the morning just isn't good. Okay? It's just not. And I'm fully aware of that. I've said somewhere that I need to cool it with the drinking. But let me reiterate, just one of the stupid things. She did say some good things, but one of the stupid things, my mother's court-appointed attorney, the judge very sternly, and yes, he was pissed off, he was livid, I could tell. Why didn't your client, I gave you 30 days, why didn't your client, she looked like she looks like a nincompoop, like an imbecile, like whatever, you'd think she started practicing law last week, instead of for as long as she's been doing it. Why didn't your client get the IME like you said you would get? I gave you 30 days, why didn't you do it? Whining almost. Well, you see, Your Honor, my client, doesn't have much money, and it's $1,500, and she didn't feel it was necessary. I swear to God, that's what she said. My client doesn't have much money. That couldn't have been, she couldn't have said anything more stupid. It's like trying to appeal to the judge's sympathies or something. He's not there to be sympathetic towards my mother. And the fact is, you don't say something like that for a number of very valid reasons. I should have been the fucking attorney representing my mother. I mean, you don't say it because, number one, this thing is all revolving around. I mean, why are you going to say to this judge, my client doesn't have much money, when he knows that, how much that wrongful death settlement was for? See? Plays right into their hands that it's how they declare it's not my mom's money, Auntie has it all set, etc. That's one aspect of it. Another aspect is that, very simple, you agreed to do it. You discussed it with your client 30 days ago, and you agreed that she would pay the $1,500 to get an independent medical evaluation rather than, and here's the clincher, people, rather than see the LW's doctor, okay? If my mom didn't have money, she would have no choice but to see the LW's doctor, okay? She didn't want to do that. She agreed to pay for the independent medical evaluation. In fact, she welcomed doing that so she wouldn't have to see their doctor. Okay? So of course, when my mother's lawyer, who should have known better, whining almost. Well, Your Honor, you know, my client doesn't have much money, and it's $1,500. They piped up immediately. Your Honor, she could have seen our doctors for free. They were right on the ball, okay? They were smirking, I'm sure. The lawyer was fucking smirking. Oh, my God. So angry. I can't imagine being angrier. That was just... She dropped the ball so badly by saying, almost just like on a whiny type, like, well, Your Honor, you know, my client doesn't have much money, and it costs $1,500. He's not buying that. Well, I told you, that's not an excuse. Of course it's not an excuse. You can always see their doctors for fucking free. It's not an excuse. You agreed to get it. And he also pointed out, well, you know what? He didn't want to pay the $15. He knows it's a bunch of bullshit. He knows it's a bunch of bullshit, that the reason my mom didn't get that was because that it's cost $1,500. He knows that it has to be, just like Heavyweight pointed out, that it makes it look like she's afraid to get it. And the lawyer just didn't say the right things. And then he also pointed out, well, now we're going to pretrial, and that's going to cost all these lawyer costs way more than the $1,500. He's like, I might have dismissed the case had you got it, you know. He was livid. He was furious. And again, I didn't agree with this strategy all along. You know, I'm pissed off at him, too, though, because he shouldn't have said what he said at the end. You know, it's just all around. It should go away. It should be dismissed, because between the elder abuse thugs lying from the very beginning to what this judge did recently, it's not right what's happening to my mother, happening to my family. It's not right, people. Don't think for one second that I am not aware of the fact that this happens all the time, that this kind of shit that people, you know. But we go back to the same thing. Lots and lots of things are happening in this world, okay? But if it personally affects you, this has personally happened to my mother and my family, and it's not right, okay? In their eyes, for whatever reason, I mean, that to them, what they did from the beginning, remember, you know, they didn't find my, you know what I mean? It's like the analogy I used in one of my videos, you know. You know, woke up the devil. You know, the devil was sleeping. My cousin kept calling them and calling them. My cousin's so arrogant. She was just like, about the one at the others. She needs to be doing her fucking job, and she needs to be going after it. And my cousin kept calling them and calling them. It's like, you know, they were too busy, but finally she woke up the devil, and you know, the devil was sleeping, and then woke him up. My cousin did it, I didn't. It doesn't matter who did it in the end. That was it. That was the beginning of the end. But again, even if they feel justified and what, they can't be lying. And it's just not right, the things that happened recently with what this judge said and setting that trap. And intentionally or not, it doesn't matter if he said it intentionally or not. He shouldn't have said a goddamn thing. Had he not said one goddamn thing, my mother would have done as she had agreed to do on record, and that would have been the end of it, you know. But no, I feel like we're just, you know, in hell. Seriously. It's not right. It's so not right that it's killing me. I mean, literally. I told you in the other video, my summer's ruined. That's a given. I just cannot believe the events that transpired. I cannot believe the things that came out of my mom's court-appointed lawyer's mouth on Tuesday. I just can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. I'm in shock. So much of my life, things that have happened, I've been in shock. You know what I mean? So even when I was a little kid, I went through things that no little kid should go through. I'm watching my mom try to pound the demons out of her head on the floor. I talk about that in my essay. It was when I was 12, going on 13, or already probably 13, just turned 13. I don't know exactly when, but it was around that time. As a kid, I went through far too many things that no little kid should ever have to go through. But the fact is, I've been through so much as an adult that I've never had a chance to even heal from what I went through as a kid, you know. And my cousin, I have a beautiful email from her where she acknowledges that you never had a chance to heal and stuff, whatever. Beautiful email, and then, you know, look in the end how she treated me. I feel so disheartened over this courtship. I could see the speeding train, and I couldn't stop it. Because it wouldn't have worked. You understand? When my mom, you guys already know what I've had to deal with, you know, so with my family. My mom said to me, because I'm voicing my concerns the day after we went to court over a month ago, I said, Mom, I'm voicing my concerns. I'm like, this is not going to work. And she's like, well, do you think I should get it? And I looked at her, I'm like, Mom, I'm outnumbered. Your own fucking attorney agreed to this. And she's, you know, my mom could have said I wanted, and you guys know exactly what would have happened. Auntie and Uncle, but especially Auntie, would have ganged up on me. What is wrong with you, Laura? You know, what are you trying to fuck with your mom's head for? What? I know exactly what would have happened, and so do my closest friends, okay? And how is you know, lots of people don't know what's right to do. Your lawyer is supposed to think for you, you know. Auntie and Uncle aren't lawyers. A lawyer should have never gone along with it. It's like she's just going through you know what I mean? I don't know what's up with her. I only know that this is killing me. I can feel it killing me. That's why I make no apologies for drinking. Particularly since I'm not, you know what I mean? My drinking's only affecting me. My mom doesn't even know. I feel this killing me. I don't feel well. I can even feel my throat starting to hurt. Gotta clean this house. Joe always attributes everything to dust or this or that or whatnot. Because he's very, very, very clean. But I know it's not. When I say don't feel good, it's just my intense depression, you know, is manifesting itself physically. And it's not helping that I don't go to bed, you know, I stay up all night. But I know why I do it. I lived, you know what I mean? I wasn't staying up this late when I was living with Bobby. Get it? And it's just, my mom's very demanding a lot of the times. It's It's kind of nice at night when it's kind of peaceful and it's different than during the day. And it's not like I eat all night, you know what I mean? I don't eat at all, whereas during the day I'm tempted to eat, and it's just, I don't know, it's just different. She actually gave that, like I said, not that she whined, but it sounds like something, you know, like, Your Honor, my client doesn't have much money, and it's $1,500. He wasn't buying that for a number of reasons, but the top fucking reason, you know. And when she said that, I knew it was wrong, even before I knew she had just put her foot in her mouth. I knew that was the dumbest thing she could have possibly said for a number of valid reasons. I knew that was so stupid that she dropped the ball. But then when they piped up, she could have seen our doctors for free. I'd actually forgotten about that aspect, you know. You cannot use an excuse, and she was never supposed to. She didn't confront the judge on what he had said. She was never supposed to use as an excuse. My mom didn't want to pay $1,500. My mom can't afford to pay $1,500. She was supposed to say, my competent client didn't want to get that, and Your Honor, you state, you know what I mean? The burden of proof is on the LW's people who don't have a medical certificate, and you stated if you didn't have one, you would dismiss the case. Okay? And then see what he says. And then you can even go further, like Joe says, and you pull the fucking transcripts. Auntie said that's what we'll do when I was voicing my concern. She's like, well, we'll just pull the transcript. No, she uses excuses. She let them say that she had ordered much. I mean, if I didn't know any better, I would honestly think they were all just demons in coats or something, just to make it look good in a presentation, but really they're all conspiring, you know. I don't believe that, but I'm just saying I could look at it that way by what she said, and she played right into their hands. The judge wasn't buying it. It's a bunch of hooey, and he knew it, and oh, it couldn't have gone worse. It couldn't have gone worse, people, and I'm in shock. I'm in such shock that I just cannot contain myself, you know what I mean? So you shouldn't wonder why I drink when it's just this tiny escape, you know? It's not even an escape at home. It's an escape when I have, you know, I can walk around. Maybe it's a blast in my ears. Okay? I am in shock over what she said. How dare either, after they dropped the ball because they were so positive, but they're not lawyers, but you know what I mean? And then I'm trying to say that to my mom's lawyer, and I'm getting shushed. Fuck both of them, too. Auntie and uncle, you know, shushing me and saying blah, blah, blah. I have every right to say anything to my mom's court-appointed attorney. I predicted this would happen. And you know, but again, I never imagined in a million years she was going to use the excuse my mom didn't want to pay $1,500 that my mom had agreed to do. And my mom could see their doctors for free, and they were smirking. I can guarantee you they were smirking. I don't know how to deal with it. I just don't know how to deal with it. Yeah, we're talking afterwards. I wanted to say that one thing to the lawyer, and my uncle's shushing me and whatnot like I'm a little fucking kid instead of a full-grown woman who has every right to say anything to her. She dropped the ball, you know. We're not in the hearing anymore. We're outside in the lobby. It's over with. It couldn't have gone worse. And I still have to hear her saying, oh, well, next time it'll be... Oh, fuck you, next time it'll be dismissed. I'm tired of hearing that. I've been hearing that for 5 whatever. Next time it'll be dismissed. Next time it'll be dismissed. You know? She should not have used that as an excuse, period. They pounced on that. All they had to do was quite calmly say, Your Honor, she could have seen our dogs for free. In other words, smirking, of course, justifiably smirking, because they could see how badly my mom's lawyer is dropping the ball, okay? And remember, they all know each other, too. They all know each other. And it's like... all they had to do was calmly pipe up, Your Honor, she could have seen our dogs for free, but he didn't even say that. He said other stuff. I know what he was thinking. He may have hinted at it, but, you know, he's thinking to himself, all that money's in question from the wrongful death settlement. You're worried about $1,500, and he's not stupid. But he said, you know, well, now we're going to trial, pre-trial, and that's going to be a ton in court costs. You know, he's not buying it. He knows that wasn't the reason. From what he's seeing is this: my mom's afraid to do it, and was afraid it would. You know what I mean? And it's not fair, because even if she was afraid to do it, she knew she had to, and she had every intention to. Uncle opened up his big fucking mouth. Uncle of last time, oh well. It didn't go the way we thought it would. Oh well, yeah, oh well. Oh the fuck well. No one would listen to me. People in my you know, auntie and uncle just negated anything I said. They wouldn't listen. They wouldn't even entertain the notion that I might be right. Okay, wouldn't even entertain the notion, and then I get, oh well, it didn't go, oh well, yeah, because it's not going to affect your life whatsoever. That's the thing, people, you get it? Oh well? To him, oh well, it's not going to affect his life one way or the other if this all goes the way the elder abuse folks want it to go. You know what I mean? It will affect my mother, first of all, and me, second of all. You get it? Oh well. Oh my God, oh well. I had to get away from them all. Oh well. Glad I had the excuse, just get away. They went out for dinner or whatever, and then I asked my mom. They didn't talk about the case, but I had to get away from them. I couldn't stand it 1 second longer, because I had feared this would happen, and nobody would even acknowledge the possibility, the slightest possibility, that my fears might be justified. They wouldn't acknowledge it at all. You know how frustrating that is? Like I said, it's watching a speeding train coming towards you and you can't stop it. Okay? It's not fair. It's not right. It's not anything, and I can't take it. I cannot take it. God, would all of this make a bestseller? Even before all the latest, my caseworker at the shelter, you know, it wasn't, you know, humoring me. Oh, you should write a book. It's like, Laura, you need to write a book. And she's like, you gotta write a book, you know. She knows how I write. She knows I could write a fucking book. I could stay alive long enough to do it. And she's like, you need to write a book, Laura. I'll be first in line to buy it. Well, first she said, no, this needs to be a movie. First she goes, this needs to be a movie. This is unreal, blah, blah, whatever. You know, remember, I've known her for years. And she's like, this needs to be a movie. And then she goes, no, I'd rather have it be a book. She's like, I'll be the first in line to buy your book, Laura. You need to write a book. I can't even imagine what she would think of this latest shit. Can't even imagine. Can't take it. Can't take it, people. As I said in part 1, I am justifiably enraged over this latest bullshit. Mom loved my soup I made last night. I have all those soups in the freezer different ones because you get sick of them and then you have to put them in the freezer so they don't go bad. And I took out a whole bunch of different containers. I don't know what's in any of them. Mixed it all together, fried up organic kale and 2 packages of organic mushrooms, threw that into the soup, threw in a box of Pacific's organic sweet potato, added a whole bunch of spices, turmeric, ginger, celery seed, mustard seed, garlic, cayenne, red pepper flakes, red pepper flakes. And my mom loved the fucking soup. She loves that I make these soups and the NutriBlast. She's like, I'm regular all the time now from having these soups and the NutriBlast. She's, aren't you regular? I'm like, well, for the most part, but not always, Mom, no. I drink tons of water, and it's unbelievable to me, because despite I drink a shitload of water, I eat all that fiber, as long as you offset, you drink enough water with the fiber, you should be fine, and I still get constipated, I've had IBS, forever. It's 20 some odd years, I think. I don't know. I've always had problems in that area. I'm glad my mom was not. Remember, even when I wasn't doing organic, I was making all that stuff. And when I moved in 2012, my mom was having those kinds of problems a lot. With not being able to go. And I started cooking and whatnot, and the problems went away for her. And for the most part, they really did. And she was thrilled. I remember I helped her drop 30 unwanted pounds, too. Always tell her how important it is to drink water, especially when I'm making us NutriBlast to supplement. Remember, those are pure fiber. When you're having that soup that has so much fiber in it, you gotta drink water, Mama. You're having a lot of fiber. You've gotta drink a lot of water. Gotta do it. It's so important. She loves my soups. I like them too, but I get sick of them, Sometime soon I am going to go on this 3-day juice fast. I just gotta, I gotta psych myself up to do it. And I was thinking, since I don't, live where I can buy, don't live in farm country, can't go to a farm and get, fresh apple juice or things. I had to buy it in the store, and of course it's organic, but it's still, pasteurized. It's still, and that takes away a lot of the enzymes. But I have those Newman's Own organic prunes I bought. I was thinking of, taking the pits out, of course, and putting those in the NutriBullet, squishing them, you know what I mean, and making that to have with my regular prune juice, you know what I mean? Just to get some fresh stuff that will have enzymes. I don't know if I'll do that, but I was thinking about it. Psych myself up to all this juice fast and bottle the juice. It wasn't cheap. Maybe I'll take a complete break from you too. Not even go out there. Or read my books. I haven't read them. The one I keep renewing, you know, from Reverence to Rape. And then I recently got Wild by Cheryl Strayed. And 50 Shades Freed. And yes, I am still wearing the fucking earplugs, even though it's one of those lesser of two evils. You know, if I'm not going to bed, I gotta wear the earplugs to drown out the sound and try to sleep.